Now let us discuss about herbarium. What is a herbarium? Herbarium, sheet size, aims of herbarium, types of herbarium, techniques of herbarium, and role of herbarium. Now first, what is herbarium? A herbarium is a critical resource for biodiversity, ecological and evolutionary research studies. It is a primary data resource of dried and labeled plant specimens that is arranged to allow for easy retrieval access and archival storage. Or collection of dried plant specimens mounted on sheets of paper. The plants are usually collected in situ, means where they were growing in nature, and identified by experts, pressed, and then carefully mounted on archival paper in such a way that all major morphological characteristics are visible, that is, both sides of the leaves and the floral structures. Or the mounted plants are labeled with their proper scientific names, the name of the collector, and usually information about where they were collected and how they grew and general observations. The specimens are commonly filled in cases according to families and genre and are available for ready reference. So here additional names can be used for more specialized collections. For example, a collection of fungi is a fungarium, a collection of plants is a herbarium, a collection of wood specimens is a xylarium, a collection of cultivated plants is a hortorium. These are the types of different. So here it is a sample. Look at this. This is a sample of herbarium sheet. Now here this is the size of the herbarium. The standard size of a herbarium sheet is 41 cm by 29 cm or 11.5 inches by 16.5 inches. So here this is the standard size of the herbarium sheet and here this is the label of the sheet. Now once again, so what is a herbarium? A collection of preserved plant specimens in closed field. These specimens may be whole plants or plant parts, and these will be usually be in a dried form mounted on sheet. So here it is based on a scientific collection in continuous expansion of plant specimens, which are carefully dried, labeled, and conventionally treated for its permanent preservation. Its research work focuses on the collection of plant specimens, which are catalogued and systematic botanical classification. Now, here aims of herbarium: to study on various plants, to contribute to scientific studies, to preserve the catalogs of seeds and dried herbarium plants, to maintain plants on the edge of extinctions, to inform the students and public about these plants, to inform them the effect of global warming on ecological system. These are the aims of herbarium. Now types of herbarium. According to Davis and Heawood have classified the herbaria into three categories. National or major herbaria is a one type, and second one regional herbaria, and third one local herbaria. So now collection material. So, cutter, herbarium sheet, digger, scissor, basculum, these are the collection material. Now, techniques of herbarium. So, in this techniques of herbarium, it involves these steps and guidelines which help in creating conventional, useful, and long-lasting herbarium specimens. These are the techniques: collection, pressing, drying, poisoning, mounting, stitching, labeling, and storage. Now, one by one. So, collection. A plant specimen should bear flowers and fruits if present. Herbaceous small plant specimen should be collected with roots or other underground parts. A twig of about 25 cm with the leaves and flowers will form an ideal material for herbarium. Note sheets, number and data recorded in the field notebook. Soon after the specimens are collected, they should be pressed in the field itself. Now, pressing. Specimens should be carefully placed in the center on the pressing sheets. If specimens are large enough, they should be bent, giving them shape of V-shaped or N-shaped or W-shaped. The bundles should be uniform in thickness in the middle and on the sides. Specimen should be kept one above the other. Likewise, look at this slide. Now, drying. After 2 or 3 changes in the specimens are carefully kept in a fresh blotting sheets and dried either by natural or artificial heating. Now, fourth one, poisoning. Use of mercury chloride or LPCP. What is LPCP? Lauryl pentachlorophenate. Lauryl pentachlorophenate as a substitute of mercury chloride. Now, fifth one, mounting and stitching. The standard size of a herbarium sheet is 29 by 42 cm. Usually made of durable cord sheets. It is advisable to mount one specimen on each herbarium sheet. The dissected and loose parts such as flowers, fruits and seeds are kept in a paper pockets and pasted to the mounted sheet. Now, labeling. The labels are put on the right hand side at the bottom of the herbarium sheets. They are of 3 by 5 cm in size and should have the following information. They are name of the organization with which specimen plant originated. Name of the organization with which specimen plant originated. Next, name of the family, botanical name of the plant, local name, locality of collection, date of collection, habitat of the plant, field notes and collection number, name of the characters. Now, storage. The plant specimens which have been properly mounted and identified are filled systematically in special wooden steel cabinets. The herbarium sheets loaded with specimens are filed inside the folders which are of various color schemes indicating species, genus, family, geographical area, etc. Plants are arranged and stored following Bentham and Hooker's or Engler and Prentice system of classification. So, look at this slide and how herbariums are stored in the racks, cupboards. Now, fumification. What is fumification? This is done for killing insects which often damage plant. Fumigation, killing insects which often damage plant. The most common method is to keep naphthalene balls with muslin bags in each pigeon hole. Sometimes para-dichlorobenzene is also used. Small cloth bags with para-dichlorobenzene are placed in the pigeon holes. The chemical also be sprinkled on sheets or bundles. Now, what is the role of herbarium? To act as a repository of dried plant specimens, safeguard them against loss or destruction by fungi, insects, etc. What is the role of herbarium? To act as a repository of dried plant specimens, safeguard them against loss and destruction by fungi, insects, etc., and make them available for study. Several herbaria of repute keep type specimens, the principal proof of the existence of a species, in safe custody, often in rooms with restricted access, as original documents upon which knowledge of taxonomic character rests. Herbarium specimens great help in developing floras, manuals, monographs, etc. Those engaged in a taxonomic studies can personally identify their engaged collection by comparison with already identified herbarium specimens. Watcher specimens preserved in various herbaria provide an index of specimens on which studies on chromosomes, phytochemistry, ultrastructure, micromorphology, etc. have been undertaken. Most herbaria have specimens collected from different parts of the world, and thus their scrutiny can provide information on the geographical distribution taxa. Now, the last important herbaria of India: Central National Herbarium, Kolkata; Forest Research Institute Herbarium, Dehradun; Botanical Survey of India, Southern Circle, Coimbatore; St. Xavier's College, Blatter Herbarium, Mumbai; Botanical Survey of India, Eastern Circle, Shillong; Botanical Survey of India, Western Circle, Pune; Botanical Survey of India, Northern Circle, Dehradun; Botanical Survey of India, Industrial Circle, Kolkata; Botanical Survey of India, Central Circle, Allahabad; National Botanical Garden Herbarium, Lucknow. These are the important herbarium of India.